Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Innovate Now. I'm your host, Josh, and today we are diving headfirst into an issue of paramount importance: algorithmic bias and its implications on society, and the significance of ethics in the development and usage of artificial intelligence. Now, let's begin by demystifying the concept of algorithmic bias. Essentially, algorithms are a set of rules or instructions that a computer follows to solve a problem or make a decision. But here's the catch. Algorithms, like their human creators, are not infallible. They are subject to what we call algorithmic bias, a systematic and repeatable error that creates unfair outcomes, such as privileging one arbitrary group of users over others. This bias often originates from the data used to train these algorithms, the assumptions embedded into them, or the objectives they are designed to optimize. For example, if we train an AI system for hiring employees using a dataset that historically favored men over women, the AI might learn to perpetuate this bias, thus continuing the cycle of unfairness. In essence, algorithmic bias, when unchecked, can lead to discriminatory practices, reinforce stereotypes, and propagate inequality, all of which runs counter to our vision of a fair and inclusive society. Let's now discuss the importance of ethics in AI. AI is an extraordinarily powerful tool. Its development and usage must be guided by a strong ethical framework. It should respect fundamental rights, be transparent, and work towards minimizing biases. The reason why prioritizing ethical consideration in AI is very important is because we are aiming to avoid harm, ensure fairness, cultivate inclusivity, and respect privacy. In short, the goal is to harness the power of AI while mitigating its potential risks. Ethics in AI is not merely an academic or philosophical discussion. It is a necessary measure to ensure that our technology-driven future is inclusive, fair, and respectful of our values. We must remember, technology is merely a tool in our hands, and its worth depends on how we use it. Therefore, we need technologists, ethicists, policymakers, and societies at large to come together to build this ethical framework and guide the AI revolution towards a beneficial future for all. After all, as the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. The power of AI is undeniable, but harnessing that power responsibly is a challenge we must all undertake. Now let's dive deeper into the origin of algorithmic bias and how it permeates various sectors. So, where does this bias come from? Well, like any language, machine, or deep learning, a subset of AI needs to be taught. AI learns through training on a set of data, a collection of information that the AI uses as a foundation to make future decisions or predictions. If the data used to train the AI is biased or unrepresentative of the world, the AI's predictions or actions will reflect those biases. In other words, if you feed it biased data, it will make biased decisions. And herein lies one of the greatest challenges in AI development, ensuring that our data is representative and unbiased, a tall order in a world that is often skewed by deep-seated prejudices. Now let's look at some real-world examples of algorithmic bias in action. In the financial sector, we have seen cases where AI-driven loan approval systems favored certain demographics over others based on historical lending data. In healthcare, a study found that an AI system used to manage healthcare resources was less likely to refer Black people than white people for programs that aimed to improve care for patients with complex medical needs, even when they were sicker, because the algorithm was trained on cost data. In law enforcement, predictive policing algorithms have come under scrutiny for perpetuating systemic bias, targeting communities that have been over-policed historically. The system was trained on historical crime data, which was inherently biased due to past policing practices, leading the algorithm to unfairly target certain neighborhoods. These examples serve as a stark reminder of how biases can infiltrate our algorithms, unintentionally promoting discriminatory practices and causing harm to the very societies we aim to serve. We must understand that when left unchecked, these biases in our systems can reinforce and even exacerbate existing societal inequalities. Stick around. After the break, we will dive into the fascinating work of two trailblazers in AI ethics, Timnit Gebru and Rediat Abibi, who are battling these biases head-on. Don't go away. And we're back. It's time to highlight the work of two phenomenal computer scientists who are reshaping the field of AI ethics, Timnit Gebru and Rediat Abibi. Timnit Gebru, a former co-leader of the ethical artificial intelligence team at Google, has become a prominent voice in the field of AI ethics. She has done groundbreaking work on uncovering biases in facial recognition technologies. Her research revealed that commercial AI systems have higher error rates in classifying gender for darker-skinned and female faces, sparking necessary conversations about diversity in datasets and the tech industry at large. Gebru's contributions go beyond her research. She has been an outspoken critic of the lack of diversity in tech and its implications on AI systems. She co-founded Black in AI, a community of Black researchers working in artificial intelligence, aiming to increase representation and inclusivity in the field. Turning our attention to Rediat Abibi, she is a junior fellow at the Harvard Society of Fellows and an incoming assistant professor of computer science at the University of California, Berkeley. Abibi's work leverages AI to tackle societal challenges and systemic inequities. She co-founded Mechanism Design for Social Good, MD4SG, an initiative using techniques from algorithms, optimization, and mechanism design, along with insights from other disciplines, to improve access to opportunity for historically disadvantaged communities. Her research has illuminated how we can use AI to drive policy and make systemic changes in areas like education, health, and social services. The work of Gebru and Abibi underlines the critical role that diversity and inclusion play in the field of AI. Their commitment to making AI more ethical and equitable shines a light on the path ahead. As we move forward in the age of AI, we must take these lessons to heart. Algorithmic bias is not a problem that can be solved overnight, but with consistent effort, rigorous research, and a commitment to diversity and inclusion, we can mitigate these biases and ensure that AI serves as a tool for justice and equality, not as a means of perpetuation of systemic prejudices. We've only scratched the surface here. Let's turn up the volume and do a deep dive into the groundbreaking research of Timnit Gebru and Rediat Abibi. These two researchers are not just shaking the world up like an 808, they're providing the beat to the new rhythm of AI ethics. You might have heard about a paper co-authored by Timnit Gebru titled Gender Shades. This wasn't just any paper, it was a mic drop in the world of AI research. It examined 3 commercial gender classification AI systems from IBM, Microsoft, and Face++. The study found that the systems misclassified darker-skinned and female faces at a higher rate than their lighter-skinned and male counterparts. What does this mean, you ask? Well, it essentially showed us that AI isn't some magic box that gets it right every time. It's not like Jay-Z producing hit after hit. Nope. If the data fed into it carries biases, the output will carry those same biases, magnifying existing social disparities. This study was instrumental in highlighting the whiteness and maleness of AI, emphasizing the necessity for diversified training data and diverse development teams. Now let's switch our focus to Rediat Abibi, whose work is equally deserving of a standing ovation. Her research primarily uses AI and computational techniques to understand and address societal inequalities. One of her notable papers is Role of Fairness and Diversity in Algorithmic Decision-Making. In this paper, she takes us on a tour of the intersection of computational and social sciences, discussing how algorithmic decision-making systems can be designed to improve societal welfare. Her co-founded initiative, Mechanism Design for Social Good, MD4SG, is like a Wu-Tang clan of brilliant minds coming together from diverse disciplines, leveraging their expertise to tackle social inequality. They focus on issues like income inequality and disparity in access to resources, showing us that AI can be the DJ, mixing the beats of social sciences and technology to drop a social good track. While Gebru and Abibi's research is a remix of AI and social good, it also serves as a stark reminder. We cannot let the love of technology overshadow its potential pitfalls. We need to ensure that the development and implementation of AI technologies do not lead to the reinforcement of biases and systemic disadvantages. Their work is a call to action for all of us, a reminder that we need to continually question, critique, and ensure that AI technologies are developed and deployed in a way that benefits all, not just a select few. So as we navigate the exciting but complex world of AI, let's keep the tunes of Gebru and Abibi playing. Their work is not just the lyrics to the song of AI ethics, it's the very beat that gives it rhythm and life. All right, let's talk solutions. How do we, as Method Man puts it, bring the pain to algorithmic bias? Now, while we can't quite drop an ill flow to fix it, there are indeed steps that can be taken to mitigate this issue. First, let's talk about diversifying data sets. Data is the DJ to the AI's MC. It lays down the beats that the AI spits, so to speak. When you're rocking a single style, your beats can become monotonous, lacking that vital versatility. The same applies to AI. If we feed it only a specific type of data, its output will reflect that bias. So, diversifying data sets is like diversifying your record collection. You get a more eclectic mix, and the AI gets a broader perspective, making it less likely to make biased decisions. But there's more to it than just the beats, right? The rhymes matter too. In the world of AI, that's the algorithm itself. It's crucial for these algorithms to be transparent. We need to understand how they make decisions, just like how we appreciate the lyrics and flow in a good rap. Transparency enables accountability and provides us with the opportunity to spot and correct bias. Now, don't get it twisted. These are not problems that we can fix just by spitballing ideas. Nah, we need regulation. We need robust rules that ensure AI is developed and used ethically. Not just some weak freestyle, but carefully written, well-thought-out legislation. It's also vital to understand that this isn't a solo track. This is a collaborative album. We need computer scientists, ethicists, sociologists, lawmakers, and many more to come together, like a hip-hop supergroup. By bringing in these diverse voices, we ensure that our solutions to algorithmic bias are holistic and comprehensive, not just addressing the symptoms, but the root causes. It's like how a great hip-hop track isn't just about the MC or the DJ, but about how they work together to create a masterpiece. This isn't just about tech, it's about society, about people, about ensuring that as we move into the future, we do so in a way that is fair, just, and equitable. Because at the end of the day, the real power of AI isn't in its ability to compute, but in its potential to improve lives. So, let's keep the beat going, ensuring that as we groove to the rhythm of AI, we do so with awareness, responsibility, and a commitment to justice. That's it for today's episode of Innovate Now. Stay tuned for our next episode where we will dive into AI's potential in the healthcare industry. From diagnostics to personalized medicine, we will explore how AI is transforming our approach to health and wellness. Until then, remember, the future is ours to shape. Let's shape it with innovation, integrity, and an inclusive vision for all. Thanks for tuning in.